Happy Labor Day weekend. Welcome to Rooted in Love Urban Homestead channel. Be sure to hit the subscribe button just to keep up with all that's going on here at our urban homestead in Chattanooga, Tennessee. We thought we'd give you an update on where we are with our fall garden and how things are growing. How do you think our fall garden is doing, Ron?
Not too good.
What? Why do you say that? Well, I think it's sprouting up. We have some sprouts and I think it's doing okay. We're going to look at it positively. All right, let's go down to the garden and show you what's going on.
Okay, so here's our collards in our raised bed. You can see they're sprouting up. We'll probably have to thin them out a little bit when they get a little bigger. We have 3 rows and they seem to be doing okay.
Hello little collards, we're sending you growing love. So here are our beets, and I think this is what Ron was getting at when he said things weren't going well. Our beets don't look happy, do they, Ron?
No, they don't. Something's been digging in here.
Oh.
And there were some sprouts that seemed to be gone. I don't know if they were eaten or if they died.
They probably, whatever was digging, had a little microgreen snack.
And
now that looks pretty good.
They're growing okay.
Now those are our golden beets, the ones in the round pots. Well, we don't have any in that round pot, but that round pot seems to be doing okay.
That's doing good. These are the, what are these beets?
Those are the red, the Detroit red.
So they're doing pretty good in this pot. This pot, there's just a few. I don't know if they just didn't sprout. And this one down here, there's 2 little plants in the corner, so they're not doing so good.
Well, we're gonna send them love anyway. Grow, grow, grow. You can do it. Here's the progress on the beets that I planted in the green stalk. This is doing the best. These are red beets, the Detroit red, and then down below you see the golden beets, and I have 3 tiers of that, and one of the Detroit reds did not come up, but I'm hoping, because I have quite a few that did come up in this pocket, that I can transfer some over to the other pocket when they get a little more mature.
So we tried to do a late harvest of tomatoes. It's not going very good right now. It could possibly change. This one is just about dead. These are the ones that we cloned from our other video. This one's still alive. It's not growing very much.
Yeah, we may have just done it too late in the season.
And this one's not completely dead, but it's not doing very good either. So we shall see. I may try some fertilizer.
Here are our tomatoes that we left. This one's an Arkansas Traveler. You see they're not getting very big and they're really not ripening. I wish Ron liked fried green tomatoes, because I sure could make a good batch of fried green tomatoes, but that's too much work for somebody who doesn't like them.
You can make them for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of Cherokee purples up here on the outside of the cage. They may get ripe. And they may get eaten since they're outside the cage, but we will see.
We also left our sun gold tomatoes, and how are they doing, Ron? You've been harvesting them.
They're still producing some. I pick a few every day. There's probably a quart of them in the house that we could eat or dry out. You dried some and put them in oil.
Mm-hmm.
We could do that. So
here are our sun gold tomatoes we picked this week. And I'm going to dry them to preserve them so we can have sun-dried tomatoes throughout the fall and winter. And I'll do a video on that to show you that process. So it's been a hot minute since I shared with you how my herb garden is going. So I thought I would tag this on at the end of the video about how our fall garden is progressing. So it's near the end of the growing season for the herbs, but as you see, the passion flower vine is doing very well. You see the fruit and the flower. And here is the rest of the herb garden. So there on the top left is our feverfew, and it did not flower this year, but as you remember, I planted it as a very, very young plant. All of these I planted either from seed or as a young plant. So I'm really pleased with how well they've done this season. And the red clover has not bloomed either, and it's down there on the right-hand side. The oregano has just loved this area. And as you see, it has gorgeous blooms. So our lemon balm, it's getting better. It's not ever been a really healthy plant. It's down on the left-hand screen there. But our purple sage and our garden sage was at the top there, have really done well. Especially the purple sage, it's been very happy. I haven't harvested any from that because I wanted to make sure the plants got mature enough. And then I'm going to start harvesting and drying those herbs here in the next few weeks. And you see the lavender, and then the motherwort is there. And in the empty pot, that's where our borage was. And remember, it got really pretty, but it did not like the heat. And then it just kind of died back. So I'm going to have to plant that somewhere else in the spring. So our rosemary by the front door is doing really well. It's already bloomed, had really pretty little purple blooms, and it's doing well. So here we are out on the back deck where I have some more herbs. I have mint, peppermint growing there, and then in the green stalk, I have quite a few. The garlic chives, the regular chives. I have quite a few variety of basils growing, and I've picked quite extensively the holy basil here, so that's why it looks a little sparse. This is Emily basil, and it's doing well. And there's holy basil down there that I've also picked. So in a few weeks, I'm going to take my basils out and I'm going to transplant them in pots and move them inside so I can enjoy them throughout the fall and winter. I may need to reseed depending on where they are in the life of the plant and if they tolerate moving indoors well, but we'll see, and I'll keep you updated on that. So here's a little sad story. My German chamomile did not do well. I have this one little bulb thing that's shot up, but it just never really took off. I maybe needed to fertilize it more, I'm not really sure, but it was not happy. So it's starting to rain on us, but we wanted to just pop in and give you a quick update on how the fall garden is coming, and we'd love to hear about what you're planting and how your fall garden is coming along. Until next time, may all you do be rooted in love.
That's right.